Hello everyone, I'm Sai Nandan Reddy, the founder and director of INITIATIC School, and I welcome you all to this particular session on wisdom of Scorpio. We have entered into the full moon period of Scorpio. We are in the month of November, and as today being the first day of the full moon period of 5 days of this full moon period, we will learn the energies of Scorpio. What are these energies of Scorpio? How to use these energies? What are the effects of these energies upon us? And many things. There are meditations which we will do, and we'll also learn many concepts. So before proceeding further, let me tell you that this particular subject is accepted from the book Wisdom of the Zodiac. Let me show you the book. Wisdom of the Zodiac by Torquem Seredarian, sir. It's a wonderful book. I recommend it, and I request everyone to go through this book. It's available in Amazon and tsdfoundation.org. Yes. So what are these energies basically? These energies of full moon, there are different kinds of energies which are coming from various constellations of stars. And there are 12 constellations. That means energies which are of 12 types, which come to planet Earth. And during the full moon period, these energies are at their max. Right? So it is wise to use these energies, as these energies create certain changes within our mind, emotions, and body, physical body. If we know them and if we are aware of these energies and what are their effects, we can make certain changes so that we receive these energies and use them accordingly. If we do not know about these energies and what are their effects, then we may not have this opportunity to use these energies for our benefit. Now, if we do not use it for our benefit, and if we are unconscious of these energies, there is a heavy possibility that we react to these energies. When we react to these energies, what happens is we lose the opportunity to take the benefits of these energies, but they again create negative effects. So during this course, we will learn what are these energies and how to use these energies, right? Yes. Yes. Can you see this picture of the Scorpio? It is a scorpion, right? Yes. And we'll get to know what is the scorpion, and there are even 2 more symbols of the energies which are coming during this period. Basic level is scorpion, but there are intermediary and advanced levels symbols also. We'll get into that. Now, so what kind of energies do we receive during this period? We receive energies. Now, these energies are of 2 types. depending upon how we respond or react. If we respond, that means if we are conscious of these energies and we make some preparations to contact these energies, receive these energies and digest these energies, then we are responding to these energies. If we do that, we benefit from it. But if we do not know these things, then there is a heavy possibility that we react to it. During the full moon period, if you see in asylums, you see the mental status and their emotional status is very upset of the patients. They go really traumatic because the effect of the moon on the emotions, on the mind, on the body is pretty high. You may say, I do not feel it. Now, even though we do not feel it, our body feels it, but we may not be sensitive to that, right? Yes, but for many people, they go through ups and downs, and a lot of changes happen during these 5 days of full moon period of a specific month. We need to be observant of the changes which are happening during this period. Okay? Yes. So the way when the energies are coming from these constellations of stars and they are coming into the solar system, and then when they are coming into the planet Earth, and then when the humanity is receiving these energies, if they react, they will get negative effect of these energies. If they respond, they get positive effects of these energies. Right? Now, today being the first day of the full moon period of the Scorpion month, the energies are on rise. So when the energies are on rise, these energies of Scorpion will either create obstacles to us, or they help our life become better. Two things. They either create obstacles or they destroy obstacles. So that depends upon how we react or respond. And every full moon period, there are special energies which are coming. So today being the Scorpion full moon, energies which are coming, what do they do? That is a question, right? We need to understand that Scorpion energy creates crisis within a person. And when I say a person, I'm talking about a disciple. What is a disciple? Who is a disciple? A disciple is a person who is putting conscious effort to overcome his own limitations. The limitations can be physical, emotional, mental. It can be in his personal life, social life. It can be in his career. So there are many limitations. So this Scorpion energy will help a person or a disciple to overcome these limitations by creating crisis. So crisis is a point. Okay, it's a juncture where a person can see a new vision. Okay, a person can see a new vision, something which he wants to achieve, but he can also see his own limitations, right? He wants to be here, he's here, And to move from this place to this place, he needs energy. And that power is provided by the full moon energies, that is Scorpio energies. So the person is here, he wants to move here. There are things which are pulling him down, limitations, and he can see that he should be here. And there is a tension within the person. So one thing is pulling him down. The energy which is coming from the full moon period of Scorpio is pulling him up, is inspiring him to go to his vision. So there's a tension within him. So this is called as crisis, right? Yes. So a person need to be, it's good that we have crisis. It's good. Not every person has crisis. It's an opportunity to go to the next higher level. It's an opportunity to break our limiting past habits, illusions, or glamours, and go to the next state of consciousness. Right? And this is the energies of Scorpio. It's a fourth ray sign. And what does it mean? Fourth ray. Now, what are these rays? I'll tell you in general. These rays are energies. There are 7 rays. These are energies which are of specific type. And these energies create the universe. And every person, every object has got specific characteristics of its own. That is due to their correlation with a specific ray of light or energy. To put it simple. Now, the energy which we are receiving today, that is Scorpio, it is a fourth ray sign. Now, what is the meaning of fourth ray sign? Fourth ray sign means an energy which is of fourth type. And what is this fourth type energy? It's simple. Harmony through conflict. What is harmony through conflict? Harmony through conflict means you come to a understanding, you come to a state of higher consciousness, to a state of transformation through striving between positives and negatives within you, good, bad, light, dark. So there are light and dark, good and bad within every person. We all know that. We all experience various situations in which we are good at sometimes, we are not so good at other times. Sometimes we can understand things better, sometimes we do not. Sometimes we love people, sometimes we hate. So there is good, there is bad. Sometimes we appreciate, sometimes we are jealous. So both are there within us. And depending upon situation, we come out with a specific face. Right? So both are there within us. Now, we go through various experiences, good experiences, bad experiences, and then we come to a final understanding. Come to a conclusion that this way is the best. Through experience, we become wise. That means we come to harmony. And that is called as harmony through conflict. So this fourth ray will help us to achieve harmony. And that is through putting action, not just sitting and then achieving something. You put action, you take action, you think, and then you put your thoughts and plans into action, and then you lead yourself into harmony or development or integration or cooperation, right? Yes. Now let us understand what is law of shattering and integration. Now you have to understand this. This is a fourth ray scorpion energies, and this energy follows this law. And what is this law? Law of shattering and integration. We all know what is the general meaning of shattering: breaking, disintegrating, right? Dispersing. Integration means coming together, unity, harmony, rhythm, and all these things. So these two are opposite, isn't it? One is shattering and one is uniting. So these two laws are basically helping a person to achieve the truth. What is the truth? The truth can be a clear understanding, transformation within him, within a person. We undergo shattering also and integration also. Now let me give you an example of what is the shattering for a person. See, we all have dark within us and light within us, as we have discussed. The law of shattering will make us go through certain experiences so that we understand that there is dark within us and we have to overcome it. Now, these situations will make us understand that there is darkness within us, and it helps us to come out of it. But most of us go through a period of pain and suffering. For example, I am, let us assume, attached to my car, my four-wheeler. I love it so much. I'm very much attached to it, let us assume. And suddenly one day, someone comes and hits it. And I feel very much traumatized because it is my most favorite thing, and then I cannot manage myself. Maybe if you may get a little pain and then you can overcome it. But then if you are strongly attached to it, it will take time for you to digest the particular thing. So this attachment is something, if it is very, very, very strong, then it creates pain and suffering. Now, in the place of this four-wheeler, you can have a person, you can have your own property or whatever, and you may even have an idea you are believing in. You believe something, and then suddenly you saw the truth, or the situations made you see the truth, and then you go through pain and suffering because you cannot imagine, you never imagined it, that it could also turn out to be like this. So you are attached to the idea or a person or an object. So the nature will help us to understand that one should not be attached to anything. See, let us take an example of this body. We are born. Before that, we did not exist physically. But when we are born, we are existing physically. And then we live our life and then we die. So it is transitory. So this physical body is also temporary. So, but many people think it's permanent. And so they create a lot of attachment to the body. When we create attachment to the body, everything else which we are relating to using this body, we are all attached to even that as well. But nature helps us to understand that, see, you're not this body, you should not have attachment. Now here there are two kinds of people. One type is they are preparing themselves that, yes, at a particular point of time in my life, I am going to lose this body. So let me prepare myself. Let me be comfortable myself with this particular idea. So first it starts with an idea. It starts with a thought that, okay, I'm going to lose this body. You start at that point, and then when you start there, it goes on to the next level. That when you are making relationships with public, you will be mindful that everything is going to change. Nothing is permanent. So in every relationship, you will show compassion. You will not hoard things. You start giving things. Because only if you think that you will be in this body forever, there's a point of hoarding. Nothing is permanent. This body is not permanent. So you start giving away things. You start sharing things. You start giving importance to the subtle aspects of things like love, joy, friendship, instead of just being stuck to matter. Right? So this law of shattering, for a person who is ready to change, for him law of shattering will help to understand that all attachments are temporary, they have to go away, and he's ready for that. Then it brings joy to that person. Now for another person who is not ready, who thinks he has a lot of attachment towards the body, towards the objects, towards relationships, towards his property and anything. So for that person, law of shattering will bring pain. Because law of shattering will take away that particular object, person, situation, idea, will take away to help that person understand law that they should not be attached to things. So for him it is a pain, but for the other person who is ready to renounce, it is joy. Okay, and shattering helps a person to move to a higher consciousness, because you renounce it. When you renounce things, it's like when you are a child, you're playing with marbles, you're playing with stones, but when you're adult, you have different games to play. You have toys such as cars, bikes, properties, and all these things. Your toys change from marbles to cars, right? And when you move from being an adult consciousness to a disciple consciousness, you prefer other things. And what are these other things? These other things are love, joy, friendship, contact with divinity. Now, these are the things which will interest you. when you go from being a disciple to being an advanced disciple, you will make contacts with higher forces and divine energies. Now your interest changes from marbles to toys and all other cars and maybe some property and everything to higher and higher divine levels. So shattering will help you to move from this lower level to the higher level. That means you are gaining your consciousness. Yes. If you are prepared and are ready for shattering, it brings joy to you. If not, it will bring pain to you. I'll give you an example. Torkum sir was talking about his experience as a child in monastery. In one of the monasteries, the teachers used to explain law of shattering through a specific task, and that is the inmates of the monastery, they should make friends, and they should make good friends, very close friends. And then suddenly after some days, after they have developed closeness, they were asked to not to communicate with them and then make friends with someone else, or not to communicate with them. That's it. So this is a bit difficult. You're talking with someone, you're relating with someone, and then suddenly you are asked not to contact with them. What happens is you feel a little pain. But when you are prepared for that, you will feel, yes, that is the law. But then when you are completely attached and you are unable to detach, then it will bring pain to you. So to understand this concept, the masters of the monastery used to give this particular task. So the Scorpio energy. So what is this integration? I'll tell you what is integration. I thank you very much once again. Take care.